Hello everybody, Kaiwaza with you. How are you today? Welcome back to my channel. And today, our candle video, a candle empties, wax empties. These are the candles and the wax melts that I went through in the month of January. Now, as you may recall, I didn't do any kind of schedule for January. I just decided I was going to burn what I felt like burning. I just didn't want to have any set schedule. And then just recently I put up my burning schedule for February, where we're starting the candle roulette, leaving it up to the Pretty Random app as to which candles I burn every month. So February will be from the Pretty Random app, and this one, January, are just ones that I chose to burn in January. So let's get started. This was a gift from a friend of mine, a Walter and Rosie candle, Mele Kalikimaka, which is Hawaiian for Merry Christmas. And this was a not as big as it's a single wick, single wick, red wax candle. Now I'm not sure what the scent note, I mean, if Mele Kalikimaka was what they called the scent, I don't know, but what scent this was definitely like a candy scent, but not like candy cane. This was a sweet, sugary candle, like candy, like a gumdrop of some kind, fruit punch gumdrop kind of a thing. Now, as you can see, it did soot a fair amount, and the throw was okay. It was probably like a 4 or 5. It was all right. I could smell it. It wasn't super strong, but yeah, that was Mele Kalikimaka. I went through this apothecary kind of jar from Haven Street. Now this is called Lychee Rose. It was a pretty candle, 2 wicks. It was a grayish white wax. And it was from Ross, $8.99 at Ross. I liked it on cold sniff. It had definitely like a little bit of a rose and a kind of, not really fruity, I don't know, a little bit of a fresh element. Now, I think upon burning it, it's, as you can see, sooted like crazy. Oh my gosh, like crazy. Otherwise, I mean, the performance was okay, but lychee, I mean, I don't know, like we have lychee here. I've had plenty of lychee, but always like in a cocktail or in a drink, or like those sort of canned sweetened lychees that you get all over the place here in Hawaii. But this to me didn't smell anything like lychee. I didn't get a lychee scent at all, unless, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, maybe lychee in the wild, when you just pull it off a tree or bush or whatever it grows on. Maybe it's a very grassy scent, because that's what's here. This is like rose and very pronounced grass scent, like fresh cut grass. And it's a nice candle. I was a little disappointed because I kind of really did want to get a lychee. Lychee and rose sounded kind of nice together, but it was really rose and like fresh cut grass. Also was okay, thorough, not fantastic. It's like a 5. You could smell it, but it wasn't super present. And it did soot like crazy, but I don't know. I've had plenty of Haven Street candles that were fine. I went through a couple of Bath & Body Works ones. This is a White Barn one, really. Garden Sage and Apple. It's a nice packaging. I mean, a little boring, but it's okay. This was white wax, 3 wicks. Now, as you can see, what happened here, these wicks traveled like crazy. I mean, once the candle was about halfway burnt, they seemed like they just kind of started moving around all over the place, and I had to always keep an eye out for it not to get too close, because you don't want the glass to shatter and it could start a fire and all of that. This is a pleasant enough smelling candle. It reads golden apples, fresh garden sage, crisp pear blossoms with essential oils. I mean, I think that's pretty straightforward. You definitely do get the fresh apple, and you definitely do get a sage scent. So It really is kind of straightforward combination of those, although there is something a little bit like pear blossoms. I don't know, to me a little powdery in it also. But I get sort of a baby powder note on so many things, and I don't know why, whether I just have some predisposition to smell baby powder and everything, that where it isn't really there, but even now I still I can get a little baby powder note, but it is sage and apple for sure. Pretty strong, 6, I would say. Especially strong when I burnt it in the bathroom, which is a smaller room. It was much more noticeable. The other Bath and Body Works one this month was Harvest Pomegranate. I really like this packaging, and this is very pretty when it's burning, this sort of burnt orange reddish color with the design. Has one of those lids, I think. I'm never sure if I'm matching the right lid to what I actually got it for, because I dumped my lids in the bag, and then I don't know if this is the one it came with or not. But the Harvest Pomegranate, rich pomegranate, freshly picked apples, sweet black plums, essential oils. I think that's pretty accurate for me. I mean, you get the plum element is there. Pomegranate and apples. Apples always is kind of like a fresh, watery apple scent. I like this candle. It was pretty strong, like a 7. I could smell it throughout. Performance on this one was great. The wicks didn't travel or anything. It hardly sooted a little bit. But I was quite happy with this one. And I do like the scent a lot, Harvest Pomegranate. I would definitely get it again. Yeah, okay. Next I have a Yankee candle. This is the large apothecary jar in frosted mistletoe. I picked this one up for $9.99 at Ross. Very pretty. It was a single wick gray wax, gray colored wax. And on cold sniff, it was nice. It was definitely like the mistletoe berry, not like a edible berry scent, like that. It's sort of, well, I guess you know what mistletoe smells like if you know what it smells like, but it's kind of it's a little tart green, tart leafy green element to it. I like it. It's very pleasant. Not super strong. I wish this had been stronger. It was probably a 4. Maybe I could smell it, not all the time. If I was sort of around it or in the area, you could smell it, but I would have liked for it to have been a little bit stronger, because it is it's a nice scent. I do like the mistletoe berry sort of, it's nice. No, you can see how clean it burnt too, very clean burn, yeah. Finally, on the big candles, I have a Village candle, limited edition. I got this on sale at Marshall's for $10. Fireside Fir. Beautiful picture there of a bonfire in the forest. I hope it's attended, Pine, cedarwood, patchouli, and smoke. This was 2 wicks with the dark green wax. Very pretty candle, pretty packaging. The wax was beautiful, looked very lovely burning. You could sort of see through the little image here. And quite a nice scent. I mean, I really like it. There's definitely pine. I do love the pine scents. Definitely smoke and definitely patchouli. I mean, they're all definitely there in this candle. Again, about a 5. I would like for it to have been stronger. I love pine scents, and I would love for it to have filled up the apartment, personally, but it was fine. It was like a 5, it was okay. You could definitely smell it, depending on which way the wind was blowing, And again on this one, an extremely clean burn. I just, for the last part of it, I put it on the electric melter and let it melt and use up the scent that way. I don't want to I don't like burning them when they get too close to the bottom because something could happen. But I put them on the electric warmer. So that's kind of it for my big candles. Now for my small candles and melts, I did burn this candle, which a friend of mine who went to Molokai, the island of Molokai, brought this back for me. It's a little candle from the Big Island Art Scents, or the Big Island collection, Pineapple Sage, single wick in a little metal tin here, yellow wax. Quite nice, quite pungent. I mean, definitely get the sage and you definitely get the pineapple. So, and it's not a super sweet pineapple. It's more of like a tart pineapple with the sage. It's a nice scent. Of course, it's not a big candle, so it's not gonna like throw a lot, but you could smell it when you were around it in the area. And it performed very well. I like it. Also, my friend Gretchen from Vintage Cats and Paws sent out some melts and other things to me at Christmas time. And this is from Vintage Road Candles, a butterscotch bourbon. I really liked this one. This was strong, man. This was strong. I put this in my melter in the hallway, foyer, kitchen area, and you could, yeah, it's a studio apartment, so it's actually the hallway and the doorway and the kitchen area. And you could smell it all over the apartment. It was stronger than anything else I was burning at the time, so it blended with everything, and you could smell it everywhere. And it was really good. Butterscotch bourbon, loved it. Vintage Road Candles. Also, I went through one of these that I got at Ross, Ivy Botanics Candle Company, pumpkin pie. This was in a clamshell. Super strong also. This was another one. I could smell it stronger than any of the candles I was burning this month. It would just fill the apartment and blend with whatever I was burning at the time. And I do love it. I like these. I'm gonna keep my eye open for these Ivy Botanics at Ross or elsewhere, because everyone, I burnt several from them now, or melted several of them. They came in a 3-pack, and they've all been strong and they've all been really good. So I can't open it. There. Yeah, this is a nice, just, you know, pumpkin pie, pumpkin and bakery and spices. That's what it is. And then finally, I went through a clamshell, if you call those, do you call those clamshells too? I guess they are. Of Yankee Candle's Alpine Morning. It's a little hard to define for me, this one. Not super strong. Like, it's there, maybe like a 4. And it doesn't smell quite when it's melting like what I'm smelling here. This smells very, quite strong and like, I don't know, sort of cashmere, but there's something sort of lemony in there. Something sort of bright and a bit citrusy, but I didn't really get that when I was melting it. It just seemed a little bit more of a cashmere, like more of a warm cloth, flannel sort of scent. I didn't get any of that real lemon citrusy brightness that I get when you just sniff it on cold. I didn't get when it was melting. It was nice, but it was not super strong, but yeah, it's okay, whatever. It was fine. And then, oh, just quickly, I really only have one other Bath & Body Works empty, which is, I did go through a soap of Bath & Body Works Autumn Rainfall. I finished that up. Really pretty packaging. Do you not? I love that packaging. And this one was really good. Does it say on here what it is? I don't. No. Aloe leaf, bergamot, and chamomile water. I guess. Yeah, it just has a. It is bergamot. It is bergamot. Yeah, bergamot and chamomile. I agree. It was nice. I love their hand soaps. It almost doesn't matter what scent. I like them all. And just on a side note, as far as empties go, you know, I many times have said, God, why don't they make like toothpaste and mouthwash in different flavors? Like, why is it always just mint and, you know, whatever, mint? It's different kinds of mint. Like, why don't they do pumpkin spice mouthwash or something? And lo and behold, Listerine did a whole series of different flavored mouthwashes. So I have tried them all, and they've all sucked. I didn't like any of them except this one. They all tasted weird, which I guess it's hard to do like sugar-free tastes for a mouthwash sometimes and have them come out well. But I don't know why, because you can do sugar-free coffee syrups that are delicious that I use all the time. Why can't they make that into a mouthwash? But anyway, this one was the one that was good. It wasn't yucky. It was fresh and nice. A grapefruit rosé. So if you're curious about any of these you're seeing from Listerine and you want to try one, this is the one. The only one, I would say. The other ones were weird tasting. My favorite candle of the month, I guess, would be Harvest Pomegranate from Bath & Body Works. That was very lovely and very rich and fruity but earthy. Super nice and super pretty. That's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've had these scents or candles or experiences with them, please let me know in the messages, comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. And I will see you in the next video, guys.